Hello and welcome to the Every Day is a New Day show and coaching channel on YouTube. This particular video, if you've been following this 11-week series of what self-love looks like, this particular video is actually being pre-recorded because YouTube is currently not allowing me to go live and Be Live wasn't allowing me to go live. And I wanted to make this as smooth and flowing of a conversation between you on YouTube and myself. And so that's why I'm actually recording via Zoom right now. And so I'll be uploading this, of course, as soon as when you see it, you'll see it. But that's what's going on here. All of a sudden, I've been trying for the last 20 minutes to get live on YouTube and it wasn't going. But nothing stops us from being present with ourselves, from loving yourself, from being in alignment with yourself. And so here we are, we're making this happen. We're always finding a solution. So welcome to the Every Day is a New Day show and coaching channel here on YouTube. My name is Kim O'Neill. I'm a transformational confidence coach supporting you in gaining a deeper sense of confidence from the inside out so that you can stand firmly and confidently in your power and knowing who you are, having that sense of inner peace, so that no matter what's going on around you, you are able to remain clear-headed and feel confident and move through your day and do what you're here to do. So it is my mission. And here we are this is week 11 of this. Been doing this for the last 11 weeks. And we are on the final self-love principle that I want to share with you. It is my mission that whether you've been listening to all of these, watching all of these, or whether this is your first one, it is my mission to leave this world with as many people as possible feeling as whole as possible from the inside out. And so what do I mean by that? Well, we have times in our life where we might feel like we are broken, like something's wrong with us, or we need to be fixed. And yet none of those are true. You are never broken. You never need to be fixed. Nothing is ever wrong with you. However, you may know what it feels like to feel one of those things. And so the more that you can be in alignment with yourself, which really comes into the picture, the more and more that you cultivate a sense of what self-love means and looks like for you, then it becomes easier for you to feel that sense of inner abundance and alignment, solidity in who you are, feeling unshakable regardless of what happens around you. And it's something that it's a regular practice. It's something that, it's not just something you do once. It's not, something you choose to think and believe once and then go on with your day. We're all living in this world where things ebb and flow. And so the more you get into that practice of first even being able to identify, what does self-love look like for you? And being clear on that. And then what does that mean? Like, what does that look like in your daily life, in actions and mindsets? What does that feel like in your body? The more clarity you have in that and having a sense of what that feels like within you, the easier it is to really step into that, at any time throughout your day and really make this be a regular practice for yourself. So over these 11 weeks, I've been sharing my top 11 self-love principles. Some of these may resonate with you, some may not. So this is about, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If there's something that I say that maybe doesn't quite hit home for you, but stirs up a new idea for you, follow that thread. Follow that trail and see what that means for you. Part of self-love is learning to trust yourself. And that is so relevant to what today's, number 11 principle is. So we're going to get to that in a moment. Yeah, this is all about embodying self-love mindset and behaviors. And so let's go ahead and do our recap. So we're on week 11. We started out week 1 with self-love looks like accepting all of who you are, all of it. What you already love and the parts that maybe you try to deny or push away. All of you is worthy of receiving your love and acceptance. So that was number 1. Week 2 was self-love looks like feeling into your personal value. We're really stepping into that energy space of feeling it. Week 3 was self-love looks like prioritizing and acting on your needs first. Really getting clear on wait a second, how can I do things, for other people and other situations if I haven't taken care of me first, right? That whole analogy or metaphor about, fill up your cup first. You have nothing to truly give if you're not filling yourself up first. So that was number 3. Number 4 is self-love looks like knowing and honoring, respecting your boundaries first. Knowing and honoring your boundaries. Number 5 was self-love looks like speaking kindly to yourself. What are all the things that you're telling yourself? Speaking kindly to yourself. Number 6 was self-love looks like standing up for yourself. So taking that boundary aspect, the next step. What does standing up for yourself mean and look like? Number 7, 5, 6, 7 was self-love looks like speaking your truth. May not resonate with everybody, and yet are you honoring or dishonoring yourself through what you say outwardly? So being aware of that and allowing yourself to honor yourself by speaking your truth. Number 8 was self-love looks like allowing yourself to heal. Oh, and a lot of that is releasing resistance and some shifting of beliefs and things like that. Week 9, I know, I'm like having to look at my hands. Whatever. Week 9 was self-love looks like saying yes to your alignment. Really like bringing all these pieces in and like integrating them together. Self-love looks like saying yes to your alignment. Week 10 was being consistent with your self-care. I probably could switch number 9 and 10, but anyway, that's how I did them. Number 10 was self-love looks like being consistent with your self-care, making all of these things a regular practice for you, really building up that momentum in it. And today, week 11, my final self-love principle, maybe there'll be more down the line, but these are my top 11 for right now in time. Number 11 is self-love looks like believing in yourself and your dreams. Self-love looks like believing in yourself and your dreams. And I will tell you that to me, learning to believe in yourself and your dreams is one of the highest forms of self-love that you can give yourself, that you can be for yourself. Why? Because it requires you to not only believe in yourself, but to act on faith. To act on faith. I'm just bringing up my notes here because I want to make sure to say a few key things in this video, in this conversation. If you completely believe in yourself, then you also believe in your dreams and your goals. And you believe that those are worthy of being pursued by you. While you can trust that you're meant to move in a certain direction for a certain purpose, you may have no idea what curveballs are going to be tossed your way as you are in pursuit of your dreams and goals. So your ability to really keep the faith, regardless of what curveballs come your way, it's really going to test your ability to believe in yourself and that you have the ability to overcome any forms of unexpected adversity that are going to come your way. That doesn't imply that it's going to be easy. It doesn't even imply that you're going to get it right the first time. It doesn't imply that you also may not choose to somewhere along the way adjust your course, choose to do something a little different. But as long as you keep going and don't give up, then the pathways to your success are going to remain open. The best foundation for your dreams is a foundation that is built on faith. And this is where the trust piece comes in. Faith and trust in who you are. Faith and trust in where you're being guided to go, right? Like, why do you have these dreams to begin with, right? Faith and trust that there's a higher power that can see so much more beyond what you can see for yourself. You are being guided. And all that's required for you to learn to trust and follow the signs along the way is to simply keep taking those steps. Trust, believe, know that you are presently equipped and you will continue to be equipped with the tools to help you navigate your journey forward. One way you exhibit to yourself that you believe in yourself is through your ability to take action when you don't know how something is going to pan out. And even when you believe in yourself, it's still quite possible that the moment immediately before you take action, and even the moment after you take action, that you may still experience unexpected waves of anxiety. The awareness that there is an even greater abundance of energy that you are stepping into and connecting with more than what you may have ever thought you were even capable of, but that you are now growing into, that you didn't see or feel when you initially chose to say yes. Yes to yourself, yes to your dreams. When you say yes, when you choose to believe, you open up the gateway for more. So, moments like that may test your ability to continue to believe in yourself. And so it presents this kind of interesting dichotomy, right? Oh, I'm feeling good. Yes, I believe in myself. I'm saying yes. Oh crap, what is this extra dose of anxiety? All of a sudden now I'm questioning, can I do this? Am I worthy? Does this make sense? And yet this is actually simply in response to you saying yes in the first place. You said yes. Okay, we're going to give you more. And you're feeling that. You're sensing into it. So the challenge or the trick is to continue to trust, continue to learn how to stabilize yourself within that expansive flow of energy that starts to flow your way. To remember, that's right, I am worthy, I am capable of this, and not allow yourself to be taken off course because you're feeling that flow of energy that doesn't feel familiar or doesn't feel comfortable, and yet it's really an opportunity for you to recalibrate yourself in being able to embody that additional sense of flow, sense of expansion. I love this conversation. I hope you are too. Let me know. Let me know what's coming up for you as you're watching this with me today. So I want to affirm that this is common. This is a common experience. And the trap is confusing that new rush of energy for being, I made the wrong decision to say yes. Right? You could easily sense that and go, oh, nope, I'm going to not do this after all because it doesn't feel right. And so this is where also learning to tune in and be familiar with your intuition and what your truth is also really comes into play, because the more you get familiar with your intuition, you're going to be able to discern, wait a second, no, it's still right that I said a yes to that. That's still right. Just because I'm feeling this energy, that doesn't mean I made the wrong decision. I made the right decision. And okay, this is just part of it I didn't expect. Versus, your intuition could maybe tell you, oh, maybe this really isn't right or whatever. It becomes easier for you to discern between this versus that when the more and more you get in tune with your energy, with your body, with your intuition, and what the energies are really speaking to you. So As you grow into believing more and more about who you are and what you are capable of achieving, you're expanding your awareness and possibilities every time you say that bigger yes. And it is absolutely possible to learn how to be grounded and more stable amongst that anxiety, because as we already talked about, when you embody that energy and learn how to recalibrate, you eventually get to a place where you go, oh, okay, yeah, I can do this. I was just gifted more, right? It's kind of like when you say, okay, yes, I'm going to take on this new job, right? You take on a new task at work. Maybe you just got a promotion at work and your boss says, okay, now here's your first assignment, right? Or here's your first project. And there are elements to it that you weren't expecting. And you may start to, oh my goodness, wait, what? I wasn't expecting this. You've been gifted the opportunity because you are capable of doing that. You have always been capable of doing that. And the more and more you get accustomed to being aligned in your energy through loving yourself, more and more you are stepping more and more into your power and into who you are and into being more and more aligned with the truth of who you are. I kind of just repeat myself in these, and I know that. But I hope it helps. Yeah. And your possibilities are truly infinite, especially as you are alive here on earth, living out this human experience, right? Things are going to continue to ebb and flow over time. And that's why it's so helpful to learn how to cultivate, what does self-love mean for me? What does that look like? So when your energy starts to ebb, you know what you can do to get back into the flow. And the more and more you cultivate that practice, it gets easier and easier and feels better and supports you in moving through unexpected challenges out in life, as long as life continues for you, right? So, excuse me. So, oh, I'm so excited that you're here. And here's another thing I want to say is that I have started today. So today, this is being recorded on Monday, April 6th, 2020. And I want to extend an invitation to you to my 21-day Rise and Shine Self-Empowerment Series that is taking place right now live over on Facebook. Today was day one of Rise and Shine, all about supporting you in cultivating greater alignment, a habit of getting in alignment mentally and emotionally with yourself so you can be in that space of feeling more embodied with who you are and aligning with what's true for you, where every day we have a new opportunity, a new choice to say, what am I going to choose to align with today? And what's so common is a lot of people, and I think all of us, until we get to that day where we say, I'm going to choose now, I'm going to start choosing. But it's so common to be living out every day of your life and not be deliberate or mindful about what the energy is that you want to align with, about aligning with the truth of who you are. You may have heard the phrases, getting your mind right? It's kind of like that, aligning that. And so, I've been doing the Every Day is a New Day podcast and live show for, I think we're at 3 years now. And the one common thread in all of the conversations is the awareness of choice, the awareness and the power of choosing to take on a different perspective, to make a different choice from whatever is right in front of that person, whatever they may think, like, this is what's happening. I don't like what's happening. Rather than feeling stuck, or sometimes it's finally when we get fed up with feeling like we're stuck and we don't have any other options, starting to open up space for, wait a second, no, I'm making a different choice. This is no longer acceptable. I'm going to choose this over here. I'm going to choose that mindset. I'm going to choose that energy. I'm going to go rogue. I'm going to do something different. And so it's remembering that we have choice every single day, regardless of what is happening around us. And the more that we do that, that's that whole metaphor again. Putting on your oxygen mask first, aligning with your energy so that you are able to be more present in your daily life, but not only for yourself, also for others around you. When you prioritize and take care of yourself first, it's so much easier for you to now be present and available for others. And what's happening? It's a really beautiful gift that you give yourself. So I'm gonna end the conversation part of this video. I want you to know that I believe in you, and I hope that you will also choose to believe in yourself. Let me know in the comments, where are you at in terms of believing in yourself, believing in your dreams? If this is the first video in this 11-week series that you are tuning into, then I encourage you to watch all the others. They're right here on YouTube, and you can watch them in succession, one by one. And if you would like to join the Rise and Shine 21-day empowerment series that is taking place on Facebook, then the link is down in the description box of this video to my Facebook page. It's happening directly on my Facebook page. All you need to do is go there, click on like or follow the page, and then click on get notifications so that you receive notifications when I go live. You can also, on each daily video, you're going to see the video post a day before that day's post. So for instance, I already went live today, but I've also now posted the video for tomorrow. And so when you find that, it's going to say day 2. And when you find that, then you can click at the bottom of it. This is before I go live tomorrow. You can click on the bottom of it where it says get reminder. Click on that and you'll also receive a notification that way. And just do that every day for the next 20 days. And you'll receive a notification that way. You could also set a reminder on your calendar and just plan to head on over to my page. 30-minute live conversations. I have really awesome guests that are joining me every day, but this is not the typical interview show. This is an experiential conversation between me, you, and our guest. And day 1, you know what? It was a little mishap where my amazing guest, was not able to join us today. And you know what? I think it all turned out still beautifully. And so if you want to catch up with that one, go ahead and go to the page, check that out. And I look forward to seeing you there on all the other days as well. So, okay, let's get into the rest of this where we pull some cards and we really expand on this message of you believing in yourself and your dreams, even if you are the only person in your life that you feel believes in you or your dreams. It all starts with you. It all starts with you. Okay, let's do this. So let's go ahead and start. We're going to start with the self-love card. And, okay, we're going to pull one of Louise Hay's self-love cards. I am so happy to be here with you. Even though we are not live today in this, I'm so grateful that we still have our time. And wherever you are on your journey to believing in yourself, to loving yourself, to cultivating that self-love momentum, alignment, I encourage you to just first start off just accepting where you are, just accepting it. There's nothing wrong with where you are. The first key is to actually stop resisting anything that you might be resisting. And so if you identify, okay, I don't like what I'm currently feeling, just be present with it, because when you're present with it, that makes it easier for you to release it. Just be present with it. Take a deep breath in and exhale out the energy of what you don't want to be feeling anymore. And take another breath in and exhale in that which you do want to feel. And so if you are not clear on what you would like to feel next, then let's allow some of these cards that we're about to pull to provide you with an inspiration, an idea of, that's what I want to inhale. That's what I want to bring more into my being. And that's what we're doing on the 21-day Rise and Shine Empowerment Series as well. So if you want more of that, head on over there for daily reminders and practice of doing that, okay? Okay, so let's see what self-love card wants to come out for you today. There was one that fell on the floor. Okay, now we have two that fell on the floor. Okay, bear with me one moment. Okay. Okay, so ready? Let's see here. Let me do this really quick. There we go. Okay. Okay, so we actually have 3 cards that came out. So let's see. Yeah, these are so good. Okay, so first one here is, looks like that says, I let go of limitations and recognize the true beauty of my being. The back says, I visualize all my limitations falling away one by one until I am safe, healed, and whole. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. I hope you recognize the true beauty of your being. You are worthy of believing in yourself. Okay, we've also got here, and I know this one's been coming up a bit. I affirm that I'm totally willing to freely forgive everyone. And the back says, I release from within me all bitterness and resentment. I let go of old hurts and forgive everyone, including myself. Yes. Yes. So I will acknowledge that at the timing of this recording, if you happen to be on the replay watching it somewhere down the line, the timing of this recording, the coronavirus is taking place, right? That needs no introduction. We all know what that experience is like. And I will just highlight, there are a variety of things showing up for people at this time. And I know that one of them is stuff from the past that has not been fully released or forgiven. And so if that is the case for you, I want you to know you're not alone in this. And the gift within this moment is that is coming up. It's being unearthed to be released. Just like I said a moment ago, right? If you're like, oh, I don't like what I'm feeling, the real key to being able to move on is we have to allow ourselves to actually be present with what is in the present moment. So by choosing to be present with what you don't like, with choosing to accept what is in the present moment, doesn't mean you're putting a stake in the ground and saying this is what's always going to be. It doesn't mean that you are saying something wasn't wrong or anything like that at all. But allowing yourself to acknowledge this is what happened, this is what I feel, and I choose to give myself the gift of freedom from this feeling. How long have you been feeling that? How long have you been feeling that? It is now the time that you can actually allow yourself to release it. Ooh, feeling intense here. It is now the time for you to gift yourself being free of that and bringing in more of what you deserve. You've already experienced enough of the hurt and whatever came through for, whatever this brings up for you. It's one of those things we give ourselves. It's not about anybody else. It's what we give ourselves. So if you were looking for permission, you have absolute permission to bring in forgiveness and free yourself of that heavier feeling. The third card that came through is, what does this say? I am in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. Let's see what the back says first before I make a comment. It says, I see myself healthy, whole, and living in a society where it is safe for me to be who I am and to love others. Oh my goodness, these are so relevant to today. So what I am hearing with this came up in a coaching session just last night. It's the sentiment of, what if, let's just be open right now, okay? The sentiment of, what if nothing is wrong? Ooh, what if nothing is wrong? Our attachment to insisting or believing that things are supposed to happen a certain way is what can often generate a lot of resistance and frustration and anger and grief and all of this stuff, all of these emotions and feelings, that believing something is wrong. But what if nothing is wrong? Because every situation, no matter how unexpected, no matter how uncertain, actually opens up space for new opportunities. And had those unexpected things not happened, maybe you never would have opened up to the part of you that becomes rebirthed through the experience of shifting and learning how to navigate your way through something unexpected and that felt very uncomfortable and unpleasant, right? Kind of like what we were talking about earlier, and believing in yourself, choosing to say, yes, I believe in myself. And now, what is this unexpected anxiety that's showing up, right? Here you are living your daily life. I'm living my daily life, yes. And oh, what the heck is this coronavirus? And what? All this stuff on the news and what? Like, right? So choosing to accept something doesn't necessarily mean that you agree with it. Doesn't mean that you're saying, oh yeah, that feels great. It doesn't mean that you are sugarcoating something. It doesn't mean that you are putting on rose-colored glasses. If those are coming up for you, allow me to provide another possible perspective. Choosing to see what is and remain in your power, and you choose how you perceive what's happening in front of you, holds the greatest space for you to be able to be in your power and have a variety of choices. And if this is the first time you're doing this, then practice with it. Start to see what are the different possible perspectives you could take about what's happening in front of you. What does this teach you about yourself? What does this teach you about other people? And what is this new space that you're growing into? Ooh, what are the possibilities here? The more that you get to know yourself and how strong you actually are capable of being amidst something unexpected, that's something you cultivate through a growth experience, through learning who you are amidst something that you have not yet experienced, that you were not yet familiar with. So let me know in the comments what you are taking away from this. This is a time for you to step into more and more of who you are, and knowing that you are so much more than however amazing you already are, that there's more. There is more. And that what we're seeing in the world today, whenever you are watching this, whether it be at the time of the coronavirus or somewhere down the line, everything is always temporary to some degree. And so it's always about how are we choosing, what are we choosing to think and feel about it? What is Dr. Wayne Dyer's quote? Okay, so maybe you're familiar with it, and I'll of course have to look it up after this. So it's something to the effect of what I'm totally going to botch it right now. Okay, you know what? I'm going to pause this and come back. I'm going to look it up. Okay, yes, that Wayne Dyer quote is, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. That Dr. Wayne Dyer quote is, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. All driven by the power of your choice. So, okay, wow, that was a lot just through these 3 cards. I'm not even sure how long this video has already been. Let's pull a few more cards to expand on today's conversation. And let's go ahead and pull a self-care card next. Okay. Self-care card. Oh, look at that. Right on top of the deck. Trust. Okay, let's go ahead and shuffle and see what else comes through though. Let me move the mic. Okay, what message wants to come through for everybody who views today's video? Yep, there it is. I knew something was going to come flying out. Ah, blessings. Blessings. The back says, count your blessings. A grateful heart attracts more joy, love, and prosperity. That is beautiful. So gratitude is huge and so valuable at all times, and especially right now during the coronavirus. Gratitude, so huge, right? What are those little things, those seeming little things that you may have not realized that you took for granted in some way, that now you're like, wow, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that I have this or that in my life. I'm not going to name any objects. We all know what some of the hot topics were or have been, right? Let's pull also an angel card. I'm going to do that too. We're going to pull an angel card. I'm going to use Keith Leon's Walking with Your Angels deck. So let's see here. My hair keeps sticking to my lips. Okay. Okay, what message wants to come through? There might be two. Let's see here. What message wants to come through for everybody who views today's video? Okay, I think these are our two. Okay, that was different, but okay, let's see. First one is, oh yes, Archangel Ariel, and it says, my child, Mother Earth is calling you to commune with her. If you are near the ocean or trees, remove your shoes and feel her bounty and beauty under your feet. Take a walk in the sand or in the woods as soon as you are able. Sit and breathe in the abundance and visual beauty she has created for you. Yes, so whenever you watch this video, this is talking about grounding in your energy, ground in that belief in yourself, ground in that you are worthy of all the self-love and abundance that you desire to be more in the space of connecting with the earth and the elements. What did it say? It said here, the ocean, the trees, take a walk in the woods, sit and breathe in. What if you simply went to a park and just sat? Just sit in a park and just breathe in that sense of calm, the energy around you. It's really a beautiful gift you can give yourself. Okay, the other card that came through, yes, oh, so good. Okay, Archangel Gabriel says, there is a limitless strength within you. The truth of who you truly are has no limits and cannot be stifled. Beloved, think of someone you know who exemplifies pure strength, and know that you would not recognize that quality within them unless you two were in possession of the very same energy. Absolutely. Absolutely. And the more that you cultivate, of course, that awareness of what self looks like for you, or if we want to frame it in the context of gaining momentum and being aligned, feeling aligned every day, the more you cultivate more and more of that, it's also going to feel easier to be strong, to know that you are strong, to feel like you're standing strong. So all of these come together. Let's see here. Okay, let's also pull. We're going to pull just a few more and then we will wrap up. This may be the longest one of these videos since I don't have a timer right in front of me. Usually when I do them live, it gives me a little timer. Okay, we're pulling now an Abraham Hicks well-being card. So wonderful and fitting. Let's see, what message does Abraham Hicks want to deliver to all of us today? What is the message for everybody who views today's video? Oh, okay, let's see here. Yes. There is an abundance of everything. Shortage is only a perception. The back says, you keep thinking there is a shortage of abundance, but shortage is only a perception. There is a never-ending stream of abundance. There is no shortage whatsoever. Now, I can hear some of you going, excuse me? Yes, there is, right? What we're seeing right now at the timing of this recording, what we're seeing right now is how many people are in the perception or hold the perception of lack. And I just want to say, I am so not, what am I trying to say? The awareness of what is and what we don't like always helps us get more clear on what we choose to feel. The awareness of what we don't want always helps us know more clearly what we do want. So if all you may have known is this perception of lack, or seeing that, well, there's some over there, but there isn't over there, right? It's one thing to see things how they're playing out. It's another to have the awareness that there's always more. There's always more. And it always starts with you. So the more that you are allowing yourself to receive that stream of, ooh, I just said yes to this. And now this energy of anxiety, right? Oh, okay, now I'm going to allow myself to expand into that. And now I'm going to allow myself to embrace more of that flow of energy and recalibrate, like expand myself. You know, I hear what Kim's saying, and there's some aspect of it that sounds like it's true, but I am not used to thinking that way. I'm not used to thinking that there is an abundance of everything. But that little bit of you that's going, there's something there. Then right now there's the opportunity for you to go, let's follow that trail. Let's research this more. Let's learn more about this. And what does that mean? What does abundance mean? Who's Abraham Hicks? Right? And start to follow this trail. When I was first learning about the law of attraction, which now for me was amazingly 5 to 6 years ago, about 5.5 years ago, I was blown away at how much it was really relearning how to see the world around me in a completely different way, like completely different. Like it was altering everything. It was altering the way that I think about myself, the way that I think about other people, the way I think about relationships, the way I think about, inanimate objects in my home, the way I think about nature, the way I think about my emotions. I mean, everything. It did not happen overnight. It was a process, a trail that I followed and I allowed to unfold. And there were moments when I would be reading something. So there's lots of books out there. And if you want more books on this, check out the playlist I have on here. I believe it's titled Book Readings, where I read excerpts of books that are really going to support you to start to, step more and more into this kind of abundance thinking or awareness, seeing things differently, more positively, things like that. So where was I going with this? There was a particular book. So one of the first books I started out with is Ask and It Is Given by Abraham Hicks. It's actually channeled information through Esther Hicks, and she's channeling Abraham Hicks. Okay. So that's a little nutshell about that. But the book Ask and It Is Given, I was loving the book, and I would be like, yeah, I love this. And, I'd just page after page be reading it. And then there were a few times where I'd hit a page and I'd be like, what? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Huh? Like, I couldn't wrap my brain around some of the concepts in it. And so just kind of like stopped me right in my tracks and would be a little confusing for a moment. And I would say, okay, like, I can't move on yet. Like, I can't, I've got to get to a place where I can digest this first. So I would stop. I would stop then, and I would just go on with my days. And inevitably, somewhere down the line, whether it be a few days, I think one time it was 2 weeks, all of a sudden something would happen and that passage that didn't make sense would click. And I'd be like, oh, that's what that was saying. It would just come through. And so I just, rather than saying, that's it, I'm stopping. None of this makes sense. I don't get that, right? I just kind of was like, okay, I'm aware that this doesn't make sense and I'm a little confused right now. I'm just going to hold space open. I'm going to hold space open for the clarity to flow through. And as I did that, it did. I wasn't attached to it having to happen that day or the next day. It showed up when I was ready to receive it. And then I went back to the book. I started reading again. And there might have been a time where I didn't receive that clarity yet, but I decided to check in with the book. And as I reread, it then made sense the next time around. I think that may have happened at least once too. So let's look at this card again. There is an abundance of everything. Shortage is only a perception. You may have heard that there are only two emotions in the world: love and fear. And so love is being in that awareness that there is only abundance. And fear is what we feel when we are pinching that off. That's a phrase that Abraham Hicks uses a lot. When pinching off the stream of abundance, pinching off the awareness of, oh, that's right, there's only abundance, there's only well-being. When we start to limit our ability to perceive that and expect that things are supposed to look a certain way, have to happen a certain way, when we start to get more into that lack mentality and perception, and it's happened to everybody. So please do not should on yourself or shame yourself, okay? We all have that. And even, I believe that even when you have the awareness that there's only abundance, you may still have moments where you step into forgetting that for whatever reason and being more in a lack perspective. That's okay, because that is, again, another way to get more in tune and in alignment with what is true universally and what is true for you. And so anytime we are starting to have more of those limiting beliefs and perspectives on things, for whatever reason, we get more and more to a space of fear. So, okay, wow, that was a long explanation for that card. Let me know what you're taking away from that. Are you familiar with the law of attraction? Have you, is this something that you already, the law of attraction is happening at all times. Okay. So it's not something that is ever not happening, but the more and more you become aware of it and how to be in flow with it in the direction of what you want to be actually attracting into your life versus attracting the things you don't want to attract into your life, then I'm not sure where I was going with that thought, but that's what happens is the more that you are in alignment and flow, then you get to experience the law of attraction in a more pleasant and desirable way. I think that's essentially what I was trying to say there. And here's the other thing, just something to know about me, okay? The law of attraction is a universal law, and there are other universal laws as well. For me, I've gotten into this habit and where I tend to just kind of roll everything up under the umbrella of the law of attraction. So just something for you to know about me. When I tend to speak about law of attraction, I tend to roll it all up under that, because to me, it's everything is flowing as a result of what's being attracted or allowed or not allowed, and it's all about that flow of energy. So to me, it all rolls up under the law of attraction, and that's just how I speak. Okay, let's now pull, we're going to pull two more cards and then we're going to wrap this up. We're going to pull, let's pull, okay, we're going to pull a power thought card first. Let's see here, what message wants to come through from this deck for everybody who views this video whenever they view it. And what do we have? Oh my gosh, we have a slew of cards again. Let's see. We have, I claim my own power and I lovingly create my own reality. If you are looking for an affirmation to use today, this is one right here. Okay, what else we have? I am deeply fulfilled by all that I do. Here's another beautiful affirmation. And we have, I let go of all expectations. Y'all, this is why I pull cards and why I allow them to pop out. Do you see this? This is also a beautiful example of the law of attraction. We've been in the space of talking about not being attached, of allowing things to flow, of releasing how we think things should be. And we have been gifted with what a beautiful affirmation to support you in that. If that really resonated with you when I spoke about that earlier. I let go of all expectations. Okay, all of these, fantastic. Okay, now we're gonna pull an Inner Peace card by Dr. Wayne Dyer. Love him, right? Love Dr. Wayne Dyer too. He was such a beautiful energy. We're gonna pull an Inner Peace card from his deck. See what message wants to come through for everybody who views today's video. Oh, there we go. It says, I do God's work in peace and harmony. And I want to point out there's two butterflies right there. Butterflies are representative of transformation and rebirth. And if you're experiencing anything right now that feels like a challenge, adversity, something to overcome, and you're looking for your way in the dark, you are in the process of becoming that butterfly. Think about the butterfly when it's first in the cocoon, right? Or actually, it was first a caterpillar. That's how it knew itself. It knew itself as the caterpillar. I'm the caterpillar, right? And then it gets really dark and they get cocooned in the chrysalis and they can't see outside and they're waiting. And, no, I'm not an expert on butterflies, but I imagine they don't really know when they're going to come out. They don't really know when they're going to see the light of day again. And that's what challenge and adversity feels like. It provides this environment where to some degree, if not all degree, we are like forced inward to go inward, get better reacquainted with who we are, how we're feeling. What does it mean to feel better? How do I do that? Right? Am I still attached to needing something outside of me to be different so I can feel better? Or is the way that I can feel better all on my own? And you're never just on your own. You always have God, the universe, angels, your support system, your ancestors, whatever terms you want to use. You always have an external support system, even if you don't see it. You always have your higher self. and learning to nurture and support yourself as you're in that space of going inward. And then you emerge, rebirthed, knowing how strong you are because you got through that dark time. Realizing how much you are capable of because you believe in yourself now more than you used to, more now than you used to, because you've gotten to experience yourself through a different experience. Okay, the back of this card, let's see here. It says, authentic empowerment. I'm going to look at it. Authentic empowerment is knowing that you are on purpose, doing God's work peacefully and harmoniously. What if God's work right now is simply for you to be focusing on you? And this is going to mean whatever it's going to mean for you. But right now I'm going to focus on you because that's what this whole self-love series has been about. So what if your work right now, if God's work right now is that this is your time to focus on you, to take care of you. I'm going to see if there's one more. Okay, what do we have? Yeah, there was one more. Here we go. This is a beautiful, beautiful way to conclude this 11-week series. Loving others starts with loving myself. Loving others starts with loving myself. What do you fully have to give others if you haven't fully given it to yourself first? The back of it says, if you don't love yourself, nobody else will. Not only that, you won't be good at loving anyone else. Loving starts with the self. Oh my goodness. I don't think we need to recap anything. Let me know in the comments what you are taking away from today's video. So grateful that you've joined me here today. If you enjoyed this, I appreciate a like, a subscribe, share this with someone who you think may benefit from it as well. And if you'd like to connect with me beyond, you can always connect with me here on YouTube by subscribing to the channel. You can also connect with me on Facebook or connect with me on my website. Book a free coffee chat if you'd like to see how I can help you directly, specifically with whatever you're going through. Maybe you're in a space of really wanting to feel more grounded and centered as you navigate any rocky, challenging time in your life. It's all going to start with going inward, feeling more grounded and stable within who you are, and releasing what doesn't serve, and reclaiming your power, and identifying and connecting with that which you truly do desire. What do you want to experience next? Move in that direction. So it's been my honor to be here with you today. Join me over on Facebook for the Rise and Shine 21-day live, informal, fun, practical, playful, energizing empowerment series, because every day truly is a new day. Wherever you are right now in this moment does not have to be where you are in the next moment. And it all comes through the power of your choice. Have a fantastic rest of your day. I will see you again soon. Lots of love to you. Big hug. I'll see you next time.